You may know DJI for their drones and cameras, but now they've brought all of their advanced technology to their first robot vacuum cleaner, the DJI ROMO. And right off the bat, I can tell you, the object detection and collision avoidance of this robot are insane. It avoids pests and kids and can fit itself into the smallest corners to clean and mop. Another thing I love about the robot is that it extends its arm to mop and clean areas that are otherwise unreachable. Also, I have a lot of handmade carpets, and this vacuum cleaner has carpet detection. It doesn't get stuck on my thick carpets and cleans the edges without riding on them. As a consumer who owns many DJI products, I got super excited when they reached out to sponsor a video. Even though this is a sponsored video, they don't have any input on it. Their review and opinions are entirely my own. I have two variants of DJI ROMO, ROMO P and ROMO S. The most obvious difference is that the Model P is transparent. Both the vacuum robot and the cleaning station have a nice transparent design, and I've been using it in my living room in the past few weeks since it looks very interesting. The Model S has a more classic white opaque look to it. Also, the robot of the Model P is transparent, whereas the Model S is white. Almost everything else about them looks identical. The Model P has a flow deodorizer and dust bag UV light, and it is also slightly higher in price compared to the Model S. Other than that, both have obstacle sensing via high-performance binocular fisheye vision sensors and dual transmitter solid-state lidars. Both have a suction power of 25,000 PA and are equipped with extendable robotic arms for dual-side brushes and extra thick mop pads for enhanced water retention. Both contain a large 164 ml onboard tank for extended mopping. Finally, both feature a high-pressure water jet self-cleaning base station that supports 200 days of maintenance-free operation. Before setting your little Cinderella to work, the layout of the room must be mapped. You simply follow the instructions in the app on your phone, clear the floor of any obstacles, and then let the robot do its thing. It will move around the room to map out the floor plan and detect obstacles. You can follow its progress in the app as it displays objects like table or chair legs as gray pixels. For my 30 square meters or 320 square foot room, it took exactly 2 minutes to map everything out. Before starting the vacuum cleaner, put the cleaning solution and flow deodorizer into the compartment. The deodorizer is for Model P only. For Model S, you only need to put the cleaning solution. Once you have done that and the mapping is complete, you should fill the tank labeled clean with cleaning water. Note that there is a line marking the maximum water capacity. Next, you can choose a cleaning mode in the app for the robot to perform. The cleaning of the living room I just mentioned took both vacuum cleaners just under 1 hour, and there was no difference in timing at all. Naturally, when the cleaning is finished, the vacuum cleaner goes back to its home. In total, for the living room, it used 22% battery. So unless you live in a mansion, it can definitely finish cleaning the floor in one charge. Also, there are play and stop buttons on the vacuum robot if you want to start or pause the operation, and there's also a home button that will make the robot go back to its base. There are a few amazing features that the DJI ROMO has that I haven't experienced on other vacuum cleaners, or at least not with this level of precision. First is the obstacles avoidance. It always finds the smallest corners, and if it can fit, it will find its way. Even if you have a small charging cable or basically any small object, it does completely avoid it with millimeter precision. The vacuum robot finds the most impossible path. For example, I really didn't think it is going to find a way to go under the table here, since the only possibility was to go from a tiny space between the bicycles, but it did find its way nevertheless and clean the space. It also has extendable arms for mopping. For example, when there are corners it cannot reach, like around the legs of the table, it cleans them nicely. Also, if you have stairs, it avoids them and won't drop, which is to be expected from a robot created by DJI. The robot has cliff detection, which is recommended to be turned off if you don't have a drop point in your home. It has lights in front of it, so when it gets dark in the room, they turn on automatically. If you have a pet, it does an excellent job of not hitting them accidentally. I tested this extensively with Chili, and it avoided his paw every time and stopped when it had to. It was really impressive, And it seems DJI managed to bring their drone technology nicely into this vacuum cleaner. Oh no, you're in the shot.
Chili, why are you eating it?
No. Chili.
Should I go?
Also, it doesn't make loud noises, so Chili was quite chill when the DJI ROMO was around. Another feature I like when it is cleaning is the carpet corner detection. I have handmade carpets and it won't try to go on them or get stuck. Instead, it would clean the edges. You can change this mode so it simply ignores carpets if you prefer. You can even click on each carpet individually and change the behavior. My living room is on the first floor and the bedroom on the second floor. And one good thing is that multi-level mapping is included in the app, so you can simply bring your robot upstairs, let it finish the job, and then grab it when it's done. The suction power of the vacuum cleaner is strong and can suck up anything on the floor. You can, of course, also remove the pads easily and change them if you want to, but there is no need to do any manual cleaning. The reason is that the DJI ROMO base station does all of that for you. That's why I put the robot on a schedule to clean the floor every other day in the morning, and I know I don't need to intervene or do any maintenance. You can also set it to different programs like daily cleaning, deep cleaning, fine vacuum, and flow deodorization. The last program is only for DJI ROMO P model and not the DJI ROMO S model. And that's another reason you might want to get either the DJI ROMO P or the DJI ROMO S, since both make the robot super low maintenance. The DJI ROMO has high pressure self-flushing technology. Since the robot has a camera, you can also use it for video calls using the DJI app. This feature is disabled by default, but you can enable it if you want to, and it is a great option if you have pets like a cat or a dog at home and want to check on them. You can also control the robot manually and move the camera around, which is super fun. In the end, the DJI ROMO solves the triangle issue of vacuum cleaners. It is truly hassle-free, has great coverage and object avoidance, while offering excellent vacuuming and cleaning performance. It is simply one of my favorite products of the year, and I love having my little Cinderella around. I've been using it for around a month now, and my floors are super clean. It always avoids obstacles and is completely hassle-free. I'll put the link to the products in the description. Thanks for tuning into Techmo, and I will see you in the next one.